Hello and welcome to a new lesson in Linux. In this lesson we will be talking about the sed command, and by this command you can replace the contents of the file or display the file, and there are some other options that you can do with the sed command. Let's have a look at it. First I will see the files that I have here. I have two files, example2.txt and example.txt. I will display the contents of the file example.txt, and then I will display the contents of the file example2.txt. Okay, as you can see here, the contents of the two files are similar. From this line here, hello, my name is Torque, to this line here, year 2014 will be great. You have the same lines in the two files, but the difference in the second file, which is example2.txt, is that there are spaces between some of the lines. Now let's see what effect those spaces may do when you use the command sed. The first command we will have here is sed -n, and then open a quotation, but a single quotation, and then close the quotation and type the file's name. And this command now does what this command does is that it will display the second line of the lines in the file. When I press enter, here it displayed for me the second line. This is the CentOS crash course, which is in here. It's the second line, as you can see. But if I try this command on the other file, which will be example2.txt, and press enter, you see the name or the line here is different, and that's because when I entered the command sed, it considered the space as a line. So to solve this and remove this line problem or this blank lines problem, I will enter the command, type the command sed -e, and then open a quotation /shift6 and then the $sign, and then another slash and then D, and close the quotation, and then type the file's name, and then redirect it to another file. But notice that you must change the name when you redirect it. If you change a number, at least change a number or change a letter, because if you redirect it on the same file, it will delete all of the contents of the file. So now I am doing this process so that I will remove those blank spaces. Now I'll press enter. I will display the contents of the new file example3.com. Sorry, I mean .txt. Press enter. As you see here, it displayed the same lines but without the spaces. Okay, now I'll move to the next command. What if I want the sed command to display for me all of the lines in the file except the second line? I will type the command sed -n, then open a quotation, 2, and then the exclamation mark, and then P, and then close the quotation and type the file's name, and press enter. Okay, sorry, I have made a mistake here. It's supposed to be .txt, not .com. So I'll type the command one more time, and then 2, the exclamation mark, P, and then close the quotation and type the file's name. And of course, from this number here, you set the number of the line that you don't want it to appear. Here I'll press enter. As you see, the second line, which is this one, this is the Linux crash course, did not appear this time, only the first and then the third line. Now here is another command that you can use to display the number of lines from a number to another number. For a better explanation, now I will type sed -n and then open a quotation and type 1 and then a comma and then 5 and then close the quotation. I will insert p first and then close the quotation and then type the file's name. Now what this command will do is that it will display for me from the first line to the fifth line. If I press enter, as you see, it only displayed for me from the first line, which is this one, until the fifth line. Now if you want to display the last line in the file, you will type the command sed and then -n quotation mark $, and then p and close the quotation mark and then type the file's name. Press enter. Here it displayed for me the last line in the file. There is another option that you can use the sed as the cat command to display for you all of the lines in a file. We'll type sed -e and then open a quotation /shift6 shift $, and then /d, close the quotation and then the file's name. Press enter. Here it displayed for you all of the contents of the file. If you want the sed to be like the grep or kind of like the grep, you can type sed -ne, then open a quotation / type a name and then another / then p, close the quotation, file's name. Now what this command will do is that it will display for you all of the lines that contain this word. Press enter. It displayed for you the lines that contains the word Linux, the one that you have inserted over here. Now there is another command that you may use to display sentences or lines, that have numbers. You will type sed -ne and then open a quotation /bracket 0 and then -9 and then close the bracket and then /p and then close the quotation mark and the file's name. Press enter. It listed for me all of the lines that have numbers in it. Now let's display the contents of the file example 3. Okay, now the next command, I will type it right now and then I will explain it. It will be sed -e and then open a quotation s/linux /centos/g, close the quotation, the file's name, and then redirect to a new file. Now what this command will do is that it will replace each line that has the word Linux with the word CentOS, like this line over here and this line over here. And then it will redirect the lines with the new changes in this file over here, which will be centos.txt. And anyways, you must redirect it to another file, because if you don't, it will delete your changes. Press enter. Now let's check out the file centos.txt. I'll type cat, press enter. As you see, it displayed for me the lines with the new changes. This is the CentOS, as you can see here, and as you can see here, the changes of the lines is successful. Now the last part of our lesson today is how to take a backup file from a file. I'll type a similar command. I'll add here -i dot back. And notice that this back is like the extension that the file will take after it's saved as a backup version or a backup file. Now I'll press enter. And now, as with any command, if you add this option here, -i and then dot, and type here the extension, but you must type any extension here, it will make a backup file for the file that you choose here. Now if I type ls, as you see, there is the backup file that we have just made. Let's display its contents. Press enter. As you see here, it displayed all of the contents and the lines. And by that we have talked about the set command. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next lesson.